Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to today's matchup brought to you by Play VS, where high school esports means high-level competition. The stage is set, the teams are locked in, and it's time to find out who's got the skills, the strategy, and the nerves to take the win. I'm Andy Prokopchuk. I'm here with Mark Knutson. Mark, how are you doing tonight?
Great. Good day for some Overwatch.
Great day for Overwatch. We're still invigorated by last week's game. Our Friday match was absolutely phenomenal against Colorado. Today's match, Bisons have actually moved up in the rankings. So right now we're 25th overall. We have a 2-2 ranking, and tonight we're going to be playing another 2-2 team. They are one rank above us. They're ranked 24th right now. They're from Oregon, and they are the Stardust Crusaders. So, before we dive into the action, let's break down the three roles you'll see on the battlefield tonight. We got tank, the big guns up front. The tanks take the hits, hold the line, and clear the way for their teammates. They're the shield and the spear all at once. Next, we got damage or DPS. These are the playmakers, the sharpshooters, the brawlers, the ones who rack up eliminations and break defenses wide open. If you want highlight reel moments, watch the DPS. And finally, we have the supports, the unsung heroes. They keep the team alive, powered up, and in fighting shape. Without strong support, no team survives long in Overwatch. Together, these three roles form the backbone of every squad, a delicate balance of strength, firepower, and strategy. And tonight, you'll see just how important that balance is. So, Mark, what are you looking for tonight from the players?
Really, I want to just see them, stay calm, stay focused, keep that communication up. We saw, we had a shaky start last week on the homecoming match there, but they really buckled down and pulled it together. So I'm really hoping to see them build on that. Take those successes away and really build on that is really what I'm looking for this week.
Yeah, absolutely. For those of you who missed last week's live stream, it was actually postponed to Friday. And yeah, it was a really intense mode because just essentially the regular season, because we got that automatic win the first time because the team didn't show up, we were ranked super high up, and then it's been kind of dropping to find our level playing field. But we're getting things started here right away here, folks. Okay, so starting up, the game mode we're going to be playing with Play VS is Control. Both teams brawl over a single objective, win 2 out of the 3 rounds to claim the map. So, this last week, this is the one we lost. I think this is going to go fantastic. I heard the players talking after last week's game about how they could improve their performance on Control. So it'll be cool to see what takeaways they got from last week's match. But here we go. Okay, so tonight's starting lineup.
If we do this right,
is
they won't even know what
starting,
happened.
I guess, with Christopher Summick. C-Play Games is Damage. Chris is in grade 11. Next, we have Starting Point. Played by Cullen Keith, a grade 12 student, another Damage. Next, we have Skyfire. Randy Anderson, grade 11, is Support. And then we have Muio, that is Piper Murdoch, grade 12 student, Tank. And finally, we have Star Trek Fan, played by Caleb Turner, grade 12 student. All right, and we are
really good start there, early pick. Good job from C-Play Game.
Yeah. Jump over to yes, here we are. This character is so difficult to play. Can rack up the damage, but if they are aggroed, they are in trouble.
Yeah, not very mobile, but has a lot of offensive firepower if played from cover. And seeing Chris doing a good job of that, moving in and out of cover and really targeting those players for some early picks.
Bisons are super aggressive. They already have it. And again, they're keeping off the objective, but in a very strategic position.
Oh, that was a good save by Skyfire there to eliminate the burning that they had on their supports. That was a good job.
Yeah, here, Oregon pushing up onto the objective. Bison's doing a good job. You know, last week we were very, very impressed with Piper Murdoch. Doing a great job just keeping the pressure up, staying in the front, saying, hey guys, look at me. Time to go. Nice, and another KO from Piper Murdoch. Piper doing
the one thing I'd like to see Piper really improve on is not focus on a tank-to-tank battle. You know, take that damage, but really focus on disrupting the backline of the other team. We'll see if that improves this week. But well played so far by the entire team.
Yeah, I'm loving Piper just standing here like she's ready for like she's the boss in a boss battle.
Yeah, see, this is where I'd really like Piper to back up, use the terrain to her advantage, and be patient instead of trying to force their way in there.
Together like that. What a time to use it all. Because like Piper's racking up a
there we
lot
go.
of
See
damage.
play game with his ult. Definitely causing some chaos and pushing them back. Good way to win some space.
Well, and just buy for time, right? We're on the objective.
Oh, nice. Good shield. Oh, Piper.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
Yikes.
I've got you in my sights.
And that's a win. That's a win. All right, round one goes to the Bisons. As I said, impressive gameplay. Yeah, I think we saw some great highlights from Christopher Summick. Again, just consistently laying on the damage.
With a lot more firepower than a gang
I'd really
of
like to
kids.
call it Skyfire there.
think
You
we
know,
shouldn't
the
fight
support
back?
sometimes go unnoticed
I
in the
think you
backline,
need to start
but
fighting
did a great
smarter.
job. Piper wouldn't have survived to hold that point on the first counter attack without Skyfire there keeping them healed up. That was important.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Super impressive first round. I think Piper got a little confused there with the emotes, a little bit further behind.
Engaging enemy forces.
Let's take a look here. Try and find Chris. Okay. Yikes, Chris getting aggroed, but doing a good job getting healed. Bison's trying to get on the objective. Good offense from Oregon saying, okay, you guys got the jump on us last time. That's not going to happen again.
Some good patience I'm seeing from the Bisons here, though, taking their lanes and trying to control the space and getting Oregon to poke out, and with a couple of knocks right there, that was big.
Talk about a potential team wipe. That was impressive. And it was funny how that happened. That was just gradual. I don't know. Did Oregon's support just get knocked out there?
Well, I think what happened, again, the Bisons, gave up a little bit of percentage, but really forced Oregon to come to them and really controlled the lanes. And Starting Point did a really great job of laying down some fire and controlling an area and forcing them into the rest of the team. That was well done.
I'm following Christopher Summick right now, and he's just punishing them, saying, oh, you want to go? You want to poke your head around that corner? Oh, you want to go down this way? Let's see. Oh, and here we go. Nice attack. Again, just saying, all right, bet, you want to go? Let's go. And here comes his ult, strategically placing it.
Yeah, and you can see just the chaos that confused, didn't even necessarily have to do any damage, but the chaos that caused in their backline really disorganized them.
Absolutely. We were talking about that last week. We said even if you don't get a kill with the ult, in a game mode like Control, it is so crucial to buy for time. And if they form up, okay, we got a plan. They form up. If you use an ult and they have to scatter, there goes their plan.
Big ult by Star Trek fan. It kind of goes unnoticed, but the healing that ult provided to stop that counterattack was big, really big.
Yeah, well, yeah, it pushed them back. Hey, now they're waiting to get reformed up. We got Starting Point here, hiding in the back, sitting on an ult. I would say now would be a time to use it. Use the ult as soon as they poke around that corner.
Try and get them fully engaged, especially with that ult. Get the other team engaged and then hit them with it for sure. Oh, we can see a character change and a smart one on Oregon's part. It didn't work out right now, but smart character change by Oregon there.
I wonder if the next game mode they're gonna maybe ban some of our key players.
It's possible, and I think if the Bisons really watch, that character switch will lead them to hopefully their next ban as well. That Genji's very dangerous to the DPS that we have. So
yeah. Remember, a character's only as dangerous as the player controlling them. But nice play of the game here from Christopher Summick. Awesome job. Game 1 goes to the Bison. We're going now to Game 2. Game 2 is hybrid. Step 1, capture a point. Step 2, turn that point into a payload and escort it to victory. Definitely a fun game mode. I don't know about you, Mark. I get a little bit annoyed at the game modes lineup this season. Control, hybrid, escort. It's like, okay, so you just got the same game, but like little variations. Like, I want to see some push.
I'd love to see some variation. And, even just randomizing it would be kind of an interesting idea. Because teams can really focus on these first 3 game modes. Because if you can manage to win the first 3 modes, then that's the win, right?
Yeah, that's it.
To see a more complete competitive package, it would be kind of nice if there was a way of doing that. But at the same time, it's important that they do focus. But that variation would be nice. I agree with you.
Yeah. Well, see, I mean, it was really cool. I think it was the hybrid where the Bisons last week got. Sorry, I'm just trying to fix I'm getting some sound issues on my end here. I'm just going to turn the master volume down. There we go. Yeah, no, last week's game on Friday, the Bisons were on defense and were able to hold the advance, like we're talking meters from the end objective. And because they did that, the Bisons, you could just tell them, okay, well, we have to win this. It's simple. Just win. Just get it to the end. The timing doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Just get it to the end. And that was really cool to see. So it'll be interesting to see what the Bisons do this time. How the how the potential bans might be used to strategically hinder both teams. But as you see here, they're still discussing it. Which characters get banned. You'll notice that in your bottom left-hand corner. So, okay, so Mark, who would you ban and why?
For me, definitely, again, just with the DPS that we play in that first match where we're comfortable, Genji is one that I would consider for sure. Another one would be Sombra or Sojourn. Sorry, Sombra. Just because of the chaos that they can cause. Other than that, I think our team's pretty complete. They can manage a lot of different variables, and our players are pretty. They're starting to get flexible in the characters they can provide to kind of match up. So, those are kind of the 2 that I would look at for our team right now. They banned Zarya last time.
Yeah.
So you might want to watch that and make sure that you've got characters that can come up against Zarya. But that's what I would look at, and that's the reason.
It's so funny when you play Overwatch and you're just getting started out. As regular viewers know, I've recently been like, okay, I'm gonna get back into playing. I played Overwatch 1 a lot, somewhat of Overwatch 2, but I've been playing Overwatch 2, and again going with Soldier 76. And it was funny. I was doing pretty good. Okay, getting back in the groove. And then I got into a match where another player took Soldier 76, and I was forced to play somebody else. That was a rough game. That was such a rough game. I was like, all right, What does this button do?
That's definitely one of the pieces with Overwatch, right? Is that there's a lot of complexities that maybe the casual viewer is not aware of. The difference in the abilities and how that affects the gameplay. I'm really impressed by a lot of these kids and how quickly they pick some of this stuff up, because some of us old dogs, it's a challenge to learn these things that quickly.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, absolutely panicked, and I ended up losing that match. But with our players, I mean, it does kind of blow your mind at like, I mean, I don't know, Mark, you remember, excuse me, the first-person shooters back in our day? Like, how far first-person shooters have gone in, what, the last 20 years is just absolutely
definitely.
crazy.
The game mechanics, the strategy, the technical skills required have vastly increased for sure.
Which is even the pace of game. But,
Yes. Yeah.
I don't. Well, Mark, before we jump in here, what was your first FPS game?
The first one that I played, some Doom and stuff, way back in the day. But the first one that I really got into was Half-Life. That was where my competitive gaming started. Was with the original Half-Life multiplayer.
Wow, mine was it was 007 GoldenEye on N64. That was the do or die for me. And yeah, we've come a long way since that and Doom.
Yes, very much.
But here we go. Okay, so I think it's the same lineup here.
And me?
Yeah, it looks like Muyo had to change. Piper had to change.
Yes, we do have a tank change, and the LCBI Bisons did ban Ash, which the opposing Ash was very good. Managed to use their terrain very effectively, so I can see why they went that way, and I think that's a smart move on the Bison's part.
I wonder, is there like a strategic like player lineup? Like if like with last week we had a really good performance from Piper in the tank. Obviously being backed up by damage and support. It's a team sport, obviously. But, would it make sense to kind of say, like, okay, well, we're going to postpone having Piper play her main and just start off with the secondary?
I'm not sure necessarily at this level that I would get into those games yet. Again, especially with the Bisons this year, we've got a relatively young team with maybe not as much competitive experience. So, I could see where we could get into some of those things maybe in the playoffs, but definitely right now I wouldn't suggest going that route yet.
All right, well, Bison's doing a not bad job keeping the pressure up. Definitely not as aggressive from Piper. Looks like she's taking on a lot of damage here.
Oh, we got one pick. That's good.
Yeah.
And the tank is low.
The tank is low.
There we go.
Yeah, okay. She's up, and the objective is soon to be captured.
But it seems we've got some characters that would be designed for this, but it seems like we're struggling with these flyers that they've implemented with the Farah and the
we
Juno
haven't had much experience on this map. This is the first time this season we've actually played a competitive match on this map. But here we go. We are now going to be escorting the payload. Nice KO.
That really bought some space there. Well done by C-Play using that ult. Our healers are doing just a phenomenal job here. Really impressed by our healers today.
Yeah, like I'm hoping there's communication here. Looks like there is. Piper goes in like a banshee, just swinging madly, saying, "Oh, where are they? There they are! Get them!" And hops in there. Yeah, Star Trek fan again. It's not an easy job keeping the team alive.
No, it really isn't.
At all. All right, we got a Star Trek fan is sitting on.
Oh, nice. Nice ult by Skyfire there. That was good use.
Yikes! Caleb Turton gets taken out. Yikes! And I think that's a team wipe for the Bisons. Okay, so Bison's now that's the first time we've had a team wipe this evening. Bison's coordinating, but they're off to a really great start. I mean, 3 minutes and 50 seconds left. The payload is almost at the first objective. I mean, slowly rolling back right now, but...
phenomenal first push, for sure.
Okay, nice placement by Christopher Summit, getting up nice and high. Not sure if he can back his teammate from down there, but they're kind of in a kill zone there.
Yeah, he's got to get into a position to put some fire on for sure.
Yeah. Yikes! And there goes.
Oh, good job.
Bison tank is taken out. Yikes! Another team wipe. Impressive defense. Impressive. I think definitely Chris kind of being up high there. Those seconds were needed down below. This is where I think communication definitely needs to be.
You can tell he kind of got caught between dropping down behind and supporting up front. I think either decision would have been good, but being stuck in the middle didn't help.
All right, we got alt sitting from Piper. Piper doesn't like sitting on those. Ooh, more alts being used. Nice.
Oh, nice work there.
Yeah.
Big push here. That was impressive.
That was good placement, and just took advantage of the moment.
And we still have three ults, which is fantastic. As we come up to the point with their short respawn. So.
Yeah. Mark, talk a little bit about Caleb Turton's character and Caleb Turton's ult that he's sitting on right now.
So, Caleb is playing. Sorry, I just got to get to the right spot here. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
Caleb is playing a healer, and his ult, what it does is provides a mass amount of healing in a range around him. So when he activates it, you'll see it'll be like a yellow circle around him, and just provides a massive amount of healing. Sitting on that is actually not a bad idea right now until we get fully engaged, and then being able to use that. So I'll be looking forward to seeing that happen when we get fully engaged here.
Right
now. Yeah, there you go. There we go. Nice work.
Yep. Saying, all right, nice try.
Yep. No, that was phenomenal.
That was perfect timing.
And it allowed our team to really push in and put all their aggro down on the opposition tank and then move forward from there. That was perfect.
Got to be frustrating for Oregon right now. Like, that's got to be frustrating because, I mean, you're like, all right, let's get them. And then you just get taken out. You're like, okay, all right.
Yeah. So LCBI is doing a really great job of staggering their ult usage, so they've always got a couple in the bank. They're doing a really great job, and it looks like they must be communicating those right now.
They would have to be.
Yeah. Well done. Really well done. And again, Skyfire ult to finish that off and get the team through there. Really great staggering of the ult usage tonight. I wish I was in the room with them because I guarantee they're talking about it. That was really well done.
Oh, there are definitely some big grins on their faces. Except from player Colin Keith, who's in my eye shot, who's checking his phone right now on Snap and or chat.
I don't know.
He's like, sorry guys, I had to send a tweet.
Is that a benchable offense? I don't know.
I don't know. He's just live tweeting right now. He's like, yeah, just got our first game mode of game 1 in the bag. Just no big deal. All right, so now Bisons are on the defense. So this is where I think the Bisons are now at a disadvantage. I would much rather defend first and then attack later. Just because you know where you have to get to in order to win.
Yeah, 100%. The other thing that we've noticed, and I know we're working on, is the Bisons are definitely much better on the move. They're good at being mobile, changing their attack vectors, supporting each other. Defense, that becomes a little more difficult because you have to stop them at a static point at some point, right? So we'll see how the Bisons react with that, but it's something that I know that we've been working on in practice. So
yeah, I feel like the Bisons, like if this was D&D, we'd be chaotic neutral, like 100%. Like
yeah, there you go. Yeah.
When things go bad, that's when we excel. Okay, I'm not sure what Piper's doing. I'm trying to bait them around the corner. Ooh, that's a impressive pull. Yeah, she's trying
We definitely want to be patient. We want to make them come to us. That is the one benefit you have in defense, and I'm not seeing that out of the Bisons right now. So they're definitely very aggressive right now.
Yeah, if it can, I mean, sometimes a good defense is a good offense. Well, yeah, we're getting KOs.
Skyfire solo healing right now, managing to deal with this. I'm really impressed. Skyfire's having just an amazing match this week. Yeah. Really impressed with Skyfire.
Again, just poor Randy keeping everybody alive. Like, all right. Yeah, almost at her ult. What's Randy's ult like?
So Randy's ult, what it does is it in a singular direction increases our team's movement and attack speed. So when they use it, what it does is basically just gives you like an ultra boost to all the members of our team in a specific lane, basically.
Nice. I mean, that obviously that would be really good in an offensive. I guess defense too, pushing back a defense, especially because this is very lane heavy mode.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, and lots of ults on both sides there.
Oh my goodness! They're like they dodged
well
that.
Done. Well done by the Bison. That's amazing. Again, the Bison's support, keeping the team up through all of that is very impressive. Well done by both supports there.
Yeah,
wow.
Like they're all like, whoop, off to the right, whoop.
Yeah, that was really well done. I can't believe, to survive those ults, that was very good.
Yeah. Nice job.
And two more ults. And again, really pushing and surviving them. Well done.
Starting Point is doing a great job just evading.
Yep.
There's a powerful ult, but it kind of pushed Viper off. Wait, nice! 10-player kill streak. And Bison just knowing, all right, now time to push. Time to push. Yeah, we'll make you.
Yeah, they're gonna have to be careful with the short spawn now, though. But and only one healer. We're down Skyfire. They did manage to take Skyfire out. So.
All right, let's talk a little bit about Colin Keith's ult. Colin, starting point. What's his ult do? How does it work?
So his ult, his weapon has a railgun that charges. His ult basically gives him unlimited railgun shots for a period of time, so it can be very powerful, almost like a sniper or a shotgun. So limited usage, but powerful.
Nice job by C-Play Games using that ult. Just to buy for a little bit more time. I don't think they're going to be able to get to the objective in time. Might just say, all right, fine, we'll get this moved. All right, so although that was very clutch.
Ooh, that was a great ult by their Hanzo. Really good ult there.
That was good. Starting point. Starting in point. Good job dodging it. Let's see how the Bisons do on the move. Looks like it's just Cullen Keith right now. Fallen, trying to keep them like, hey, we ain't going to let you move without a fight.
Yeah, no, he's doing a good job of being mobile and doing some damage and just taking some time up. And now the rest of the Bisons are here. So that was really good on him, actually.
Well, he stayed alive.
So now we are fighting a very mobile tank. They did make a switch, and the Bisons haven't quite reacted to that yet. So we'll see if they can make the change and handle that.
Okay, we see here Chris being back up on this ledge. Not really offering too much damage to the team.
No, but he's doing a great job being patient, and that's something some of our newer players need to remember. They can give up a little bit of ground to get the right attack vectors.
Yeah. Patience is definitely not one of my virtues. I'm all up to it. Get in there! But you're right. If you're patient. Oh, here we go. This will be a nice use. Okay, a bit late there from Caleb Turd using that ult. Probably could have used that a little bit ahead. They gotta strategically fall back here now. Bisons have to wait for
they're actually in a really good spot. Oh, nice there. So Cullen used his ult there and got 2 kills off of it. Well done. Big ult there.
You know what other character I think might actually work good in this one? Junkrat.
Push him back.
Like,
Junkrat is a very good defensive character, just for controlling space and lanes.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm really happy with how they're reacting here. They seem to be controlling well, and you know
They're eating up time. It's 9 seconds, and that's it for this round.
Let the kitsune
that's right.
guide you.
Star Trek fans' Discord ability is being used almost to perfection here this round. You know, for them to take out this tank, he's using that ability really, really well.
Nice. That's good. We got 2 of them out.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
there
and again,
we go.
good staggered ult usage. Well done by the
Yeah,
Bisons. Really,
that's it.
really well
That's-
done.
And game 2 goes to the Bisons.
You know,
Alright.
I think this is the best match I've seen our supports play in a long time. You know, Skyfire and Star Trek fans seem to really be just everything on point today. Really impressed by their play today.
Absolutely. All right, another game. Play the game again goes to Christopher Summick. See play games. Let's see what happens. Yeah, using
Nice
those
ult
ults.
usage there. Yep.
Pops out of the ult and then lay down and it's like, oh, well, I missed a couple of you. Time to come back and mop you up.
Yep, that was well done.
Yeah. Awesome job.
No, that's I would definitely say, you know, not a surprise maybe, but the most pleasant thing today is definitely seeing Skyfire and Star Trek fan as supports just really on point today. Really, really well done. Happy with both of them. Just everything is right on cue. And again, it's not flashy. It's not
No, they have
the thing that you
situational
see, but-
awareness.
100%. And they're allowing Piper and Cullen and Chris to really lay down the damage and do what they need to do. Really happy with that.
Yeah, it's been okay. You know what? We've been pushing a lot at the 4 o'clock practices. Solo comp. Don't play at an advantage. Do not play with comms. Don't, just you and a bunch of randoms, and you don't have that communication skill. When you don't have that communication skill, and you're battling out with other randoms, you kind of get it's weird. But I don't want to say it's body language, but it's like a video game body language where you're like, okay, I know what to do in this kind of ish situation. And then what we're seeing is them coming together as a team, and it's like, oh, thank God I get to communicate with someone. And I feel like the communication is probably more efficient than it has been in the past because they're like, hey, we know what we need to communicate and we know what we don't have to communicate.
Yeah, and that's been something we've been working on for a while because that's key, right? Keeping that clean communication. You can very easily over communicate in this game and cause a lot of confusion. So learning what to communicate when and how, that's that going from good video gamers to a good team. And I'm starting to see that the way the ults are being used today, they have to be communicating to be able to do them that way. And they're obviously talking. So I'm really impressed so far with what I'm seeing from the team today.
Yeah,
this feels like a big step forward.
This is huge. I mean, and this is what we saw. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Last week or Friday's match was almost like magic, because and we saw the transformation. We saw the click. We saw all right, game 1 was a bit rough. Game 2 was like, all right, we got this. We were a bit confused. Like the people observing were like, whoa, we won? Oh my goodness, we won. Oh, they're learning even more. It was wonderful. It was great. Seeing the Bisons get the edge, and we're seeing a continuation of that. So we know this isn't a fluke. We know the Bisons are getting better, and they're stepping up.
No, it's really great. Especially, we knew that this year was going to be kind of a growing year. We lost a lot of experience through graduation last year, and so it's really gratifying to see these kids stepping up and taking that step forward. We're
going to be
big
losing
deal.
a bunch. I mean, Piper Murdoch, grade 12, Evan Chang, grade 12. Colin Keith, grade 12. Caleb Turn, grade 12. Our starting lineup tonight is 3 grade 12s and 2 grade 11s.
Yep.
That's terrifying.
So it is, and I guess that's part of high school sports, right? You're going to constantly have that turnover. One of the things that's really great is we've seen the numbers of the program expand again this year, and we've got more grade 9s, grade 10s involved, and hopefully we're going to continue to build on this.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, We're looking right now at, I believe we have 2 grade 9s that are sitting. We got Sarah Knutson, we got Lyndon Alto, and we got a third kind of Henry. Henry kind of coming in, trying his best to get in there whenever he has this free time. Not sure if the commitment's there, but like no grade 10s.
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
that can just be it's going to be interesting seeing where that plays out. But again, one of the things that with LCBI is there's always new students coming every year,
Yeah.
and you know we've seen new students again. You know, like Piper, even though they're grade 12, you know, stepping up and joining in and finding their place, right? So
Yeah.
it's one of the benefits of the LCBI program is no matter where you are in your high school journey, if you're interested in esports, you know, there's going to be a spot for you somewhere.
Absolutely, absolutely. No, this is phenomenal. I mean, the program, even seeing how much the program has developed over the last. I mean, what is this? This fourth year now?
Yeah, fourth year that I think we've really kind of taken the program to this level for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely phenomenal. It was really cool. I mean, we had obviously homecoming this last weekend, and just having the alumni come in and absolutely just like at awe at the gaming lab, right? Just being like, oh my goodness. And it's always fun talking with, especially with new staff too, being like, you know, Caleb, sorry buddy, no homework, you got to play your ranked. Do I have to? Like he's like, what school, you know, do you have kids who not only play football or also in the choir, in the musical, in esports, but even the esports kids, hey, your homework is you have to play more video games. Aw, man.
Yeah,
Absolutely
yeah,
hilarious.
no,
I love it.
yeah, it's great, and I love how serious all the kids in the program are taking this. So
Yeah.
I see they're banning Bastion, so Chris is going to have to move to another character. So we'll see how this plays out.
What's Chris's alternate? Does he play
Oh,
Widowmaker?
Chris is probably our most versatile player, probably with the most experience at this point, or very close, I guess. Star Trek fans got quite a bit of experience as well, and pretty versatile. Uh, Chris can play a lot of different things. He's very good at Reaper. You know, he can play a pretty decent Junk, Widow. I've even seen him play a pretty good Ash too. So Chris definitely has options. So I'm actually okay with that.
You know, it's funny thinking about, you know, the characters in Overwatch 2. You know, there's a lot of DPS I don't like. I don't like Reaper. Oh my goodness. Whenever I play against Reaper, I die a little inside. I think it's apropos because it's Reaper. Then there's Mercy. Mercy's another terrified. There's a lot of DPS that are absolutely gut-wrenchingly terrified. But we're moving on now to our third game mode, which is Escort. So one team pushes a payload through checkpoints, the other tries to stop them in their tracks. Straightforward. Again, not super happy with PlayVS's lineup here. Because Bisons win this, that's it. Like,
Yes.
my favorite
Yeah.
game mode, push, is
Well,
fourth.
and the
It's torture.
I agree, and well, and the one best thing I like about Push is it really shows the teamwork because it's that back and forth. The game can change, right? Um, Sometimes you get on a roll in some of these maps, like we've seen over the last couple, and and you can almost roll over a team if you get enough momentum going, right? Whereas with Push, you know, it really shows the value of the teamwork.
Absolutely. And we see here Christopher Summit picking a new character. This is like if Black Widow and what's his name? You know, if they had a child.
Yeah, no, Ash can be very powerful. Mostly a sniper. Has a real game-changing ult. And Chris definitely has the skills to play the sniper. You can see him getting some good shots there right now.
All right, we're in first-person mode, trying to take a look at this. Trying to scare off that top ledge.
Nice
takeout.
pick. Nice pick. Yep.
Interesting choice from Oregon. Their tank
The biggest thing with their tank, I think, is the additional healing that he can provide for himself.
Yeah.
And they're kind of using that almost like a third healer for the tank. Oh, nice pick again by Chris. Chris doing a really good job picking off those flyers.
I think the Bisons just need to take advantage of that opportunity of having a 5v4.
Yeah, we definitely want to see them push in and use this for sure. Healer's doing a good job. You know,
There we go.
there's another pick. Yep. I think they need to take their focus off of the tank and onto the supports and worry about him afterwards.
Yeah.
He's very durable tank. So.
All right, and the payload is moving.
Over here. Behind you.
Oh, there we go.
And we got 2 ults now already built up. So, looking to see Chris use his ult around the corner someplace. It could definitely help us finish off this first portion.
My ultimate is ready. Join me.
When would you use that ult, Mark?
You know, you want to be pretty. Well, Chris has decided now, I guess. But you definitely want to be pretty engaged so that he has the ability to do the damage without being kind of noticed.
Yeah. Gotta do a little flanking maneuver, but
Up on Chris there, you know, taking the opportunity when everyone else was engaged to finish that push.
yeah. Alright, looks like Bisons are trading off some characters. I think their enemy tank is alone. Now be you know, really impressed with Oregon's Mercy.
Yep. No.
I know
and
Mercy
they have
gets
to
a
play-
lot of flack, but like sometimes those simpler heroes, like the classics, do the best job in a pinch.
Well, and I would suggest the one thing with Mercy is it's an easy one to learn, a hard one to master. But once you master them, can be a very powerful character.
I'm not really seeing the aggression from Piper that I'm used to. She's usually more on the objective than this.
Well, and I think it's maybe the difference in the support with Chris not having kind of that high rate of fire DPS, more of a sniper DPS, having to hang back.
Nice
Definitely has nice ult. Yep.
That was interesting. They get
Yeah, it looks
ulted.
Almost like the ult got cancelled or something. I'm not sure.
Well, Roadhog went and like sucked Piper in with his
Oh,
chain
okay.
sling.
Yep.
But impressive push by Oregon here.
Well, and they needed to. They needed to make a move. They were just giving up ground slowly. So they had to make a move. Good on them for recognizing that, because the Bisons were just slowly but surely steamrolling. Oh, good job on taking the tank out there.
Okay, but now we gotta see. Oh, looks like we actually have a tank change. Piper changing up the tank.
Yep. No, and I think that's good. And we've got 4 ults now, so looking to see the Bisons use some of those ults to finish off this second push. You know, Oregon, as soon as their tank is gone, they're really melting away.
Yeah.
So good on the Bisons. You know,
definitely
you take out one
MVP.
support and then, yep.
Ooh, there's a good
Nice
use of an
ult by Chris. Yep.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, 2 ults, good. Well, yeah, 2 really good ults there. And in combination, you know, stacking those ults for maximum effect, really well done.
We lost the Bison. But yeah, I see what you mean, Chris. We're focusing on the tank, ignoring everybody else. And those tanks, like I said, if everybody just aggroed Mercy, I think that'd be a huge game changer.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, nice snipe from Chris there, taking out one.
Yeah, no, Chris is definitely having a good match here, but yeah, we gotta look at those supports on the other team. That's how we're gonna win this.
Yikes! We're seeing the Bisons get picked off now. This is gonna be an interesting one. Okay, so we got Caleb Curtin sitting on an ult, and we got Colin Keith sitting on an ult. The two of them can coordinate, this might be absolutely devastating for Oregon. Yikes, Oregon just saying enough's enough.
Yeah, again, we're focused on the tank, and he is too durable to focus on for sure. We gotta make sure that we're taking out his supports first, and then focusing on the tank.
Yeah, I'd be using. There we go.
Oh,
yeah.
good ult there.
Good ult. Yeah, like you don't have very long to use this. Nice ult from Chris Summick. But again, all for
good ult by Piper there. That was a good ult for some space. Again, we got to focus on those supports. They're hanging out. They're in range. And, we got to quit focusing on that tank. That's killing us right now.
Yeah. And we can just see it, even with one support. Even with one support, that tank is devastating.
Yeah, very durable tank. So definitely have to focus on the
ult from the
squishy
Bison
one.
saying, "Yeah, get away from that corner."
Yeah, and we got two more. There we go. There's another one. Nice job.
All right, we got this one. Ideal placement for Randy Anderson's ult. Non-ideal moment.
Probably just right around the corner there is ideal placement, but definitely better when we have the entire team there.
Entire team ready to take advantage. This is where the coordination needs to happen. Bison's trying to keep pressure on Oregon. I guess even down this hallway too, really.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
definitely could use it here too, for sure.
bait them into that. Oh, there we go. Nice, and the enemy tank is done. Oh, look, they got a Junkrat. Ooh, yikes.
Oh, they got a res on the tank too. The Mercy came in and provided a res on that tank. So
yikes. Round one complete. Not a bad showing. 61 meters. I think we're a few meters off. That's 2 points for the Bison.
yeah, it's manageable, but definitely they need to look at their strategy here for sure. So hopefully they talk amongst themselves and collect each other and put on a stout defense.
Well, yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Oregon swaps any characters for their moment on offense. Yeah, so Bison's, I guess they'll be setting up the defense now. It'll be actually interesting to see how this goes, because we've seen some good things with them. Just their use of ults in killing time. Kind of stopping the enemy in their
average, more
tracks.
mechanical or more human? Why?
Yeah, I find it interesting that Piper's playing Junker Queen on defense as the tank. Sigma is a very good defensive tank, so obviously she's got some kind of comfort with Junker Queen here.
Follow my lead.
I wonder
we'll
if
see how it
I
plays
wonder if
out.
it's a confidence thing. Maybe having them ban that tank for that one game, kind of shook Piper's confidence, or maybe she has a plan. Maybe she has a plan. I'm not sure what she's doing, hiding off in the corner here. Let's get her right out in the action.
Let's get this done.
I'm not seeing any character changes on Oregon's part, so they seem to be happy with their comp, I guess. But I do think that it's not going to work as well for them on defense as it did, or as well for them on offense as it did on defense. Oh, we lost Chris there. That Junkrat managed to get him. So again, we're seeing with starting point a lot of focus on the tank. Want to see him, spend some more time on those supporting characters.
Yeah, looks like we got a character change from Skyfire. Randy Anderson.
Oh yeah, moving to Juno. That's an interesting. Definitely good against. Not going to be on the ground is going to help against Junkrat.
Here we go. We got Piper swapping it back.
There we go. Yeah. No, I think this is a better alignment for sure.
Yeah.
but they still have to take their focus off the tank.
Ooh, nice combo by both Chris Summick and Piper Murdoch there.
Seeing really good movement from starting point here now, changing his angles and looking for the right lane to put damage down with defending.
You know, I think with starting point, you know, you need to lay that consistent damage, especially when you have your other DPS is one of those like sniper, right? Like those finishers. Like if you can lay down the constant pressure, and then by the time their health gets too low, coordinating that with the other DPS.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Good job, Piper pushing back the enemy team, falling back a bit, saying, "All right, come around this corner. Come around this corner."
Yep. That patience is important, right? Make them come to you when you have that opportunity. So. Still a lot of focus on that tank. I'd like to see them switch. You know, if there's one thing I'd like to see them switch, that would be it for sure.
Sitting in an ult.
Yeah, we got four ults right now, so that's one usage right there. But
Yikes!
and we're down both healers right now.
And the damage. Get out of there, Piper! Ooh, yikes! Not sure. Did that ult get canceled?
Yes, it did. Yeah. So this hog is, you know, definitely knows what they're doing here.
Ooh. I love the confident shift in Piper as soon as she found out her team was behind her. I love it, like, back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. Oh, never mind, you're dead. But it just goes to show you the trust that that you have with your support. The fact that Piper can be like, you know, backing up, and as soon as you hear the horns of Gondor, immediately just gets in there. Unfortunately, got in there a little bit too quick there.
Rains from above. Helden sterben nicht.
Okay, not bad, but has
Like
to
to
fall back.
Well, yeah, starting point with a good pick on the while falling back. That was really well done there. Like to see him use his ult though. It would be a good place for it here.
Yeah. Skyfire sitting on. Yeah, now it would be. They're just all clumped together. I wonder if you just get tunnel vision.
Could be. It's easy to do for sure. He is doing a great job without his ult, really laying down damage. But
I know, but imagine if he used his ult. There we go.
Yep, there it is. Yep, and lots of damage. Really pushes them back. That was really well done.
Well, again, just causing them to panic. Even the psychological impacts of using an ult can be devastating.
Yep, 100%. Chris is putting a lot of pressure on with this character as a sniper. He's doing a really great job of that.
Caleb getting targeted. See, this is where I think they're doing a better job. Oregon's absolutely targeting our supports while we're leaving their supports alone.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll see here if Chris can use his ult as kind of a last stand, maybe.
Oh, he's gonna have to.
Oh, not quite. It was good timing, but not quite. Lost both our supports in that ult again. Well done by Oregon.
We've got an ult from Piper. Let's take a look and see if he... Nope.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough fight. They don't have very far to push.
I think I'm going to be getting my wish. I'm going to be watching push.
It might be. We'll see. I think the Bison's, you know, they're not done yet, so we'll see. Good ults there, but they got to get on point. They got to get on point.
Yeah, there's not a lot of room on this one.
No, but well done by the Bisons. They
Talk about a clinch
kill there.
moment. Talk about a clinch. I love how they're all hugging the objective. Like they're
well,
just like,
and now
"Alright."
they do need to spread out now. They'll be really easy to kill in this hallway if they don't spread out and use that terrain now.
Yeah. Alright, Viper doing a good job staying up front, just reminding them, hey, I'm here, you're gonna have to deal with me.
Justice reigns from above.
Oh, good ult there by Oregon's DPS. And that I think might do it. We'll see. Oh, Chris has an ult. Not able to get it off though.
Oh, that's Jenga. And looks like game 3 goes. Again, the big challenge is the enemy keeps targeting our supports, and we leave their supports alone. We try to go toe-to-toe with their tank, and yeah, you're right. We can't take the tank on. We can't take the tank on.
No, he's too durable.
Yeah, it's too durable. We
Have
need
to,
to start focusing the supports.
Yeah, and I think, watching the supports are, they're in a spot where we can get them. We just need to make sure that that's what we're paying attention to. Now, don't get me wrong. You got that big tank in your face. He takes up a lot of your attention, but that's the focus that we need to have.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Those supports were absolutely doing a wonderful job keeping it. And mainly pretty much untouched. The Bisons didn't really touch the supports really that all. Like we saw a couple of them target the supports, but I think going forward for push, my favorite game mode, we're gonna have to see the Bisons target the supports. Because
totally agree.
We have to ghost their tank. So yeah, no, we're not playing with you, not yet. Not on your terms, on our terms. We'll play with the tank. But I'm getting my wish. I'm getting push. maybe
There you go. Maybe
I should be careful what I ask for.
Maybe they just did it for you. They let one go just for you.
Intentionally through the game. But again, you know what? I think Bisons were a bit shaky there. I don't know. I think you were right with Piper's choice of tank initially. I think if we maybe would have started off with the right lineup of characters, I think that might have done it a little bit there. But definitely an evenly matched teams. I mean, these are both very good teams. Getting some really good ults usage out of Oregon against the Bisons against Oregon. So it'll be interesting to see what they take away. Oh, here we go. See, there's obviously some interesting dialogue going on in the chat about the bans. Okay, so who did we ban? Did you catch that, Mark?
Sorry, I had my mute on there. We banned Mercy. So that's an interesting move. We'll see what they have for us on our side.
All right, it's just some fun banter between. I like how Chris is just straight to business.
Yeah, and that's really what we want. That's one thing I would suggest I'd like to actually see cleaned up from the LCBI team. Again, I think LCBI holds all their athletics to a pretty high standard, and as much as some of the trash talk can be fun at times, we really want to play with some class.
Yeah,
I think that's something we'll address with the team here afterwards.
I think so. All right, so we're just waiting on Oregon to place their ban. Again, that'd be a tough call from Oregon. Like, who do you ban?
Well, and especially you can only ban a character once in a match, so they can't ban Bastion anymore, and they can't ban the tank that Piper plays.
Yeah.
So, actually, I don't know who their third ban was. I don't know who they banned the very first time.
Yeah, the
So,
very
they're
first
banning
time,
Sojourn. So starting point's going to have to go to a different player now.
Ooh,
I'm just
yikes.
going to see if I can go back and find out. Yeah, I can't see who they banned the first round. So,
Yeah. Well, that'll be interesting for Cullen Keith, seeing what he comes up with. Now again,
yeah,
I'm
Cullen's
gonna say
got
it.
some good options too. He's got,
Soldier 76.
Soldier 76. He's a very good soldier. Um, he's definitely got options. Again, really proud of this team for the flexibility that they've picked up over the last few weeks in the characters that they can play. So always having an option is important.
Yeah. So I find with push, you definitely have to get momentum, and you can't let go of the momentum.
Yeah, and the other key thing with push from a team perspective is being willing to give up a few meters, come back as a team. If you stream back in on push, if you come in one or two at a time, you will fail.
Yeah.
Um, so sometimes if you get wiped out, giving them a few meters to come back as a team will help you turn that tide. That's important.
Yeah. I've seen so many push games go so great and then so terrible. Um, yeah, but you're right. It's that when you go lemming in one at a time, it really puts a hamper on, especially on morale too. Because that's the one thing I don't think people understand. It's really easy to get psyched out when you're playing this game, and you get in your head. And for some people, they get that defeatist attitude. I mean, again, like I think last year, we had a couple players who were very emotionally
Yes.
driven.
Yeah. Very,
And
very talented. But yeah, definitely. It's important to have some resilience in this game. Sure.
Absolutely. Okay, so we're going on push. So teams fight to control a robot in the center. Then push it as far as possible into enemy territory. So let's take a look and see. I always get it's funny because again, this is my favorite game mode. I always get confused though because I'm always like, oh, good, round one's over. Now round two. Wait, there is no round two? Ah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's again important to be focused, and yeah, I'm excited to see what the Bisons do here. Really interested to see where starting point goes with the character. So we got starting point with the Ash now. So him and Chris kind of switched. Chris going back to Bastion and starting point with the Ash. So we'll see how this plays out.
That's gonna be interesting. I think I think the Bisons are ready to shut this down. Yeah. Bison ready to shut this down. Piper is still doing her emotes. Come on, Piper. Get it. No. Yeah, there you go, Piper.
We must work and breathe as one.
All right. Looks like the Bisons are so tight on the objective. So the objective unlocks in 7 seconds.
Yeah, good positioning so far from the Bisons.
Good pressure.
Oh, nice pick by starting point. Well done.
Ooh, nice ambush from Piper. Again, but we're seeing Piper target the tank. And
Yep,
too far
and,
away, so I don't think this is going to go great for the Bisons right now. They're going to have to stop this momentum. Do a strategic retreat.
Yeah, definitely need to back up, and yeah, we definitely can't be trying to 1v1 this tank. He's far too durable for that. He's got his kinks in his armor, but definitely have to focus on those supports.
Yikes! This is not. Bisons need to get in there.
What's up?
Every meter.
They're in good position right now. They using the terrain. This is a good spot for them to make a stop. So nice pick again by starting point.
Again, ignore that tank. 100% would be ignoring that tank. There we go. And we can see
Get-
how long does that tank last when they don't have any backup. Not very long
That's
at
right,
all.
exactly. Yeah, exactly that. So a good last pick there on that character, so they're gonna delay them coming back. So well done by the Bisons to get that last pick.
Okay, so we see here Oregon pulling in. Like, this has to be different gameplay styles
Pushing for the lead.
because, for Oregon, this is it. If they lose, they're done. Where's the bike?
Yeah, they definitely have to be playing with some urgency for sure.
Yeah.
But definitely seeing the Bisons, changing. They're starting to take out some of those supports, being better focused on ignoring the tank and dealing with the supports. So
Yeah.
they've definitely sorted themselves out, and you can see how that tank just becomes almost ineffective
Well, it's
when he
irrelevant.
doesn't have those supports. Yeah,
Well, I don't think
'cause-
Roadhog has. It's Roadhog, correct?
correct. Yeah, and he just doesn't have the damage capability when he's on his
Yeah.
own. He's durable. He takes up lots of space and allows their DPS to work. If you focus on the supports and the DPS, all of a sudden he becomes pretty irrelevant. He just can't do enough damage himself.
Again, we see them
But again,
targeting
we're seeing
Roadhog.
healers. Yeah, we're seeing healers great in the open there.
Yeah, they're not targeting
Let the
Roadhog.
Kitsune guide you.
And that is an entire.
But that was a great
unfortunate-
ult.
That was a huge ult. But they need to target. They need to target their healers because
Yeah, and
they're gonna lose.
well, and the healers are not hiding for Oregon. Like they're in
I
the
know
open.
the healers. They're in the open. They're just kind of like inviting them, like, "Hey, shoot me." Yeah, not super great. So let's take a look and see
So
what
again-
the Bisons can come away with.
Viper's ult canceled again there. Oh, good ult there. Nice job by Caleb with that ult.
You know, it's funny. We were watching Starting Point. Starting Point was targeting their healers, and the entire team aggroed him. So they know what Oregon knows what they have to do to win, which is keep the Bisons
Keep their healers
focused
alive. Yep.
Keep their healers alive. Keep the Bisons focused on their tank. And instead, Colin's like, no, we're gonna go and attack.
Well, we see the Bison splitting up here. I don't like that. That's not a recipe for success for them.
Actuating the barrier.
Ooh, good use of an ice wall.
Well, the Bison's doing a good job of negating it, though. Well done.
I was gonna say,
you're
they
right,
actually-
that ice wall was really well placed, but the Bisons fought through it. Well done on their part.
Well,
Good
they
focus.
seemed calm. I definitely
yeah.
would not have been that calm. I would have seen
No.
me. Ah!
Yeah, that was well done. That could have gone very poorly, but really well done. The Bisons now, they're in a position. This is going to be hard to overcome
Well,
for
Starting
Oregon.
Point is sitting on an ult now.
Yep, and that's a big ult in a position like this too.
Yeah, if he uses that ult now, they're in trouble.
Yeah. Nice. Oh, and perfect with using that ult there. That was really well done.
Yeah. Thanks, Bisons. Looks like they're pushed out. Colin's the only one left. He's holding the line. Oh, he's done. Yeah. Good work, buddy.
But we've got another ult and 3 more building. Again, great job on the Bisons. Staggering their ult usage so that they've always kind of got one in the tank.
And we're back to the Starting Point, but Bison's having a nice commanding lead. So Piper's
Yeah,
just
this
waiting.
is going to be hard.
Well, Piper waiting
Hard.
for. You see here, Piper targeting the tank. There we go. Good. Target the support. Let the tank go. Here's 4. Nice. This is what
There
we
we
want to
go.
see.
Yes. Yep. That's
That's
perfect.
exactly
Well done.
what we wanted to see. Just saying,
Yeah.
all right, yeah, cool story. Yeah, I'll let you do whatever you want. And then the next thing you know, the enemy Roadhog being like, hey, where's my team?
Yeah, that was absolutely perfect. Really, really well done.
That ice wall, like that needs to, like, where? I'm getting really done dealing with that.
No, good job on the Bisons again, though. If they can stay focused on the supports, and good ult by their and cancel. Well done by Caleb Turton there. But yeah, you see the Bisons just completely pushed past their tank.
Yep.
Focused on the supports, and again, he just became irrelevant. Well done.
Yeah.
The Bisons.
Lose my mind on that wall. But I mean, you know what? That's a great strat for push.
Yeah.
That's
I want to see Skyfire use her ult now. Really could use that ult right now.
Yeah.
Just to finish this off. There we go.
Yeah.
Yep. Maybe not quite on the right line, but usable for the rest of the team for sure.
You know what? It causes. Ooh. Yeah, good job on Oregon getting behind.
Yep.
Muhio's still in there, still fighting for her life.
Down now, but did a good job with some delayed action there.
Yeah.
Again, the Bisons, they've got such a commanding lead. They can set up a defense. They don't even have to finish this, right? They just have to hold on now for a minute 46. So they did all the hard work. Now they just need to fight that delaying action, right? So
Don't say that too loud here. We want to see the Bisons push this decisive victory here. Okay, so we see them targeting again the tank. Not a great strat. We haven't seen Chris play very much. Okay, nice. Chris ignoring the tank and attacking the supports.
Yep.
Nice one. You know what? Chris got taken out. Good trade though. Bison's back on the
good
offensive.
trade. Great trade. Yeah. Again, with the position they're in,
and we see
they
Colin
just need
sitting
that
on
delaying action.
on an ult with again another good lane. Another good lane.
The one thing I'll say is holding on to that ult for kind of the last fight is not a bad idea at this point in the match, with the lead and so close to the end.
Yeah. And they're targeting the enemy tank again. Not as bad. They got him. This isn't good.
Colin's ult though, doing a lot of damage, really forcing them away.
Yeah. All right, Colin gets taken out, but I think that was good because that bought the Bisons a lot of time.
Yep.
And at this stage of the game,
started.
20 seconds. Like, yeah, you're done.
Yeah, and Star Trek fan, game-changing ult to finish there.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah, just saying.
And then Piper.
Cool story.
Yeah. So now we just need one team win, and it's over.
We're wiping them right now.
We're in overtime now. Yeah.
Everybody is just giving her.
Yeah. No, this is good. We're gonna lose this team fight, but that's all right. We literally need one team fight win now, so they'll set up a defense, and we're gonna be in good shape.
Incidentally, if the Bisons do lose this, me as their teacher will absolutely. I'll be like, all right, you're all failing.
Ultimate's charging.
Attention.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. Who's sitting on an alt? Oh, no alts left in the tank. Okay, we got one elimination. That's good. Again, we're targeting that tank, which is not good. Randy Anderson paid for that. Again, there is their healer just flying up high and just getting ignored.
Nice job. One left for the victory.
And that's
big win. Big win. Wow.
Awesome job. Tonight's game goes to the Bisons. That's a victory. Okay, so Mark, what did you like? What do you think the Bisons need to work on?
Lots to like about this week for sure. I would say supports were really on point. Probably the best game, again, start to finish that we've seen our supports play. Really enabled our tanks and our DPS to do their job. obviously there's stuff to work on, and I would suggest, a specific Roadhog strategy. Let's talk that over, really focus on supports and move on. We saw them start, but they kind of fell back into the trap again. So I think that's one of the things we'll work on. But really great to see the Bisons rounding into form here. Really impressed.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree with you more. I love seeing the use of alt strategically. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. The Bison's doing a great job at looking, saying, there's an opening, all right. And they're using them. They're using them. And it's just like,
it was awesome.
It's just like, here we go. Here we go. This is making making a lot more sense now. And you can see the Bisons. I mean, again, they use it. They see how the team reacts. Like, oh, wait a minute. This could actually work. Such another great game.
Phenomenal game.
I know. I mean, if you look and see where we started at the beginning of the season compared to now, I mean, we're seeing it's like night and day. It's like night and day.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. My expectations for this team was some new competition, learning some skills and stuff. Right now they're pushing their way into possible playoff contention, which I'm not going to lie, that would be absolutely shocking for me for this team. So,
they're 3-2.
Awesome.
I mean, they're 3-2. I mean, really, they're 2-2. That first game being just a no-show on the opposing team, but I mean, you're 3-2, so essentially you're 2-2, and those first two were just unfair because I think we're ranked 4th. And then it's just been kind of like a steady drop down, and now we're like, okay, well now we're actually showing that we're getting better and we're jumping up in the rankings. So, this is awesome. Things are heating up here in the LCBI Bison's Esports Lab. So Mark, last final remarks, thoughts?
Oh, just a great game. Really proud of the team. Looking forward to practice this week, and we'll see you guys next Monday.
Awesome. Okay, thanks, Mark. That's Mark Knutson, one of the head coaches of the LCBI Esports team. I'm Andy Prokopchuk. Thanks for tuning in. God bless. Go Bisons.